No, we got time.
It ran long.
To enjoy it. Enjoy this.
No.
Oh, shit, that hurt. Damn. Never get used to that. Everybody, Victor Allen, New Sports. That's right. Gird your loins, ladies. You won't eat Locherman after this. Written and directed by Victor Allen. New Sports. Victor Allen's unique fan-based view. Brought to you by the bald-headed black man. The man that the ladies have nicknamed Sexual Chocolate. Here he is!
All right.
Yeah!
All that yelling.
Yeah!
All that yelling, and I got about 40 Twitter followers. But anyway.
That's because they lost. They out following the wrong folks.
Okay, you guys. You know what? Let me just say this. I'm not going to do no traditional announcing. I'm just going to sit back and ask you guys a question. It's easy to use the topics I have right now, but I'm going to ask you a question. How far would you go to get the most valuable player at your company to stay with the company? What would you do and how far would you go? That's one question. Hold it. Don't answer. Because that deals with...
I'm not kissing anything.
See,
Tell you right now, I always want to be, not this time.
See what I'm saying?
No horizontal action. No horizontal action.
Welcome to New Sports, where all I do is talk about life around sports. And I got 3 topics here because I didn't want them to answer, but I knew Mario was going to say something, so I already went there. All right, first of all, Draymond Green, you know about the bomb. You know, the Clippers lost. They got their asses handed to them by the Golden State Warriors the other day.
That was a good game, though. And that was...
See, they're already chiming in. They late on the effects. Jeez, man, you talking about slow-mo. All right, let me just get off back to this. So
I need my spinach.
They could tell I'm a Laker fan,
Lord.
right?
You know what? We don't need no more effects now. Mario raced over.
those.
That's the fastest he ever ran over there from that computer to the left side to the right.
I had to get those comments in. The tweets are coming in, Vic.
Thank
I
you.
was tweeting.
There you
Wash
go.
your hands.
All right, here it is. 3 topics I got. Did you bump me, Dante Jones? Yeah, Draymond Green. It's alleged that Dante bumped him, and we're gonna find that there may be some questions there. We're gonna find out about that. Next, Sue, of course, and Ndamukong Suh, highest paid defensive player in the history of the NFL, $114 million. But that's not the question. The question is, should have somebody at Detroit restructured their contract, which is going to come back to you guys. And then the third, if we get to it, because I don't think we're going to get to it, Layla Ali says, I clean up on Rousey. If we had to go there, both undefeated, UFC versus boxing.
Who?
Layla Ali.
She
hasn't boxed for a while. We know that, but the question was posed to her. When I go in there yet,
okay.
Hold it.
She said she'd mop the floor.
Hey, it doesn't matter how you mop it, right?
That's right.
Doesn't matter.
Mop the flow.
All right.
The flow.
Now, what we're going to do with this, Martin's got to follow me on this because we're going to see if we can prove that Dante Jones allegedly really tried to bump Draymond Green. And he's the enforcer at the Warriors. And I wish the Clippers can get some enforcement. And I'm not going to talk about the Lakers. Who's the enforcer on the Lakers?
Suge Knight.
Wait a minute. Don't you represent sports? Then you have no comment? You gonna hold stone face?
Should.
All right, let me go.
I keep
let me
telling
call
you, wait
Henry.
till next year.
Let me call Henry.
Wait till
Henry.
Next.
I keep telling you, wait till next season. Right now, we're just
All right.
working out the youngsters.
All right. Okay. All
We're
right.
working out the youngsters,
Okay.
seeing what they can do.
Wait.
Right. That's what I'm saying.
We too wait.
We're
What
waiting
man
for
want to hear wait?
What would you suggest?
See, women always are comfortable telling you some wait shit.
What do you want me to say? Tank mode? Do you want me to say we're tanking on purpose?
We're tired of waiting. I've been waiting since I was 11 years
For
old.
our first round draft pick.
I'm not gonna
Man,
pick
we're
her.
waiting.
I'm gonna give you a break on this one.
Thank you.
I'm gonna give you a break because she needs a break. She wasn't ready for this.
Okay.
But what I'm gonna do is this. We're about to go through this setup. We're gonna go roll down. I don't want to get. They're gonna get out of control.
Okay, I will. I'll wait.
We're gonna go over here and did you bump me, Dante Jones? And of course, during the post game, Draymond Green. And if you want to see the pictures, if you guys don't know who it is, there's Draymond Green on the left, and that's Dante Jones on the right. Now remember, Dante is not getting hardly any PT time, and so guess what? Draymond
Too
already.
hard to spell his name.
Well, hold on. Hold on. Draymond already took to the next interview, slamming him, and you know what he says? If you're not getting that much play time, this is the only time you can get some time. So he already slammed him improperly. We got that. That's not a big deal. That's not a big deal.
That's mean.
Now, if we go to the next photo, what I want to show you guys is Here is the interview, and the only part of Dante, alleged Dante, you can see, is to the far right from on our side. The left shoulder, that's right. That's supposed to be Dante.
That's his ear.
That's right.
Okay.
And take a look at it carefully. Now he's doing he's doing his natural. He's doing his natural. I got the interview. Lisa Salter's working with me. I got this. Now, between that time and the next photo, the bump happened. Mario, could you roll down to the next? And when we give the look, when somebody bumps you like at a party, when they you had the Death Star
Step
look
on your shoes
after the bump,
on your corn,
you actually look. Now let me tell you how he did it, because I watched the interview. He did a look and double take that kind of looked like, no, you didn't, right? That's who bumped into him. That's Dante Jones, right? That's Dante. I'm sorry. Oh, you looking at me, nigga?
Family.
I'm sorry.
I don't want to say nothing because you get mad at me already. Just for making fun of it.
I'm just telling you.
I ain't in it.
I'm telling you.
That's the
That's the look he looked. And how do we know?
That's the next.
How do we know that Dante actually bumped it? Prove it.
You have to show the moving pictures.
Why is Dante looking like that?
I'm not in it.
I'm serious. Oh, that's the wrong picture. I apologize. My bad. You know what? I put up the wrong picture. That's just wrong. I'm sorry. I am so
that's his
sorry.
Girlfriend?
No.
Dante's girl.
No, I'm sorry. I just wanted you guys to know there's some questions about Dante Jones actually doing the bump.
Right.
And as you can see, you can claim anybody could do a bump, but then when you look over your shoulder carefully, you find out it's somebody else. And I heard that it was this woman that bumped it. Just came out on the court. You know, it just made it look like Dante bumped her. In true fashion, it was somebody else. Do you believe that?
No.
You don't believe?
No.
Did you follow the bump?
Have you ever woke up next to something like that?
I'm just
saying.
I know.
That's the kind where you bite off your arm and leave it there rather than wake her up to sneak out. You just chew off your arm and leave it there.
Oh no.
Just say,
chew off your arm.
Just leave it there.
Like it's a plane crash.
Just so you can sneak
out. Is that like a plane crash?
So to be honest with you, and to be honest, and I'm gonna be on the serious tip here because I have to admit, the last thing you should do is try to warm somebody up. And so this brings me to you guys. This is what I want to do. All seriousness, you guys have been places, and you know the one thing when somebody bump into you. Don't you look for acknowledgement and some type of respect or something to say, hey, you know, I recognize what I've done.
Excuse me, nigga.
But if you don't say anything, so here's the case. What I want you to do, Michelle, I want you to walk over there and bump into Mario. Just don't say nothing. Just get up, walk over there, bump into Mario.
I wish you would have told me about this because I would have pulled the video of my daughter on Baldwin Hills when she bumped this girl. Oh my God, it was classic.
Switch it to the webcam.
Yeah, just bump.
Switch it to the webcam.
Just go bump into Mario. Now, you know, just bump into him. Just bump into him.
I'm gonna have to bump him.
No, just bump him. Just bump him. Just bump him. Now just walk away. Walk away. You don't say anything, right? You don't say nothing. Now that's it, right?
Yeah, I thought she would.
No, right. So for you, far as you're concerned,
she smelled kind of good though.
As far as you're concerned, that bump is nothing to you, right?
Right.
You feel you needed to apologize?
No.
Mario.
I need a pause sexual harassment. I think she hit me with one titty. I think a titty hit me.
See,
you know, if they touch you, I think the rule is if they titty touch you, you get paid.
See,
that was my elbow. That was my elbow.
Felt like a titty. I want my money.
You know some hard titties like that.
Okay. We need some new equipment up in here.
So now, honest. What I'm saying. Now, imagine this. Imagine this. I'm saying this seriously, and I'm gonna put it in a perspective of something where you understand this. Mm-hmm. If another woman, while you're on the runway and you're walking back off the run, you're walking down, but there's another woman who's kind of like the enemy. She's the hater on you, but you guys are working together. And all of a sudden, she just bumps into you as you're coming down. She's finished her walk on the runway, and you're coming down, and she bumps you so you can get off stride. How do you feel about it?
She look like this?
I'm not doing
I just say, is it one of them like that?
She'd probably end up with the audience.
So you will go there. So I'm saying,
big old booger bear.
No.
What kind of woman? Like one of these?
No. See, I'm a.
I would give her the benefit of the doubt and stay professional. I would.
You would not do anything.
I'd stay professional.
You leave it alone.
On the runway, yes.
I'm trying.
Yes.
What would you do? I didn't say only on the runway. I said, but it happens on the runway.
I mean, if it's obvious, of course I'm gonna address it backstage.
Oh,
okay, Mario.
I've never been on the runway, Vic.
Mario. You're in the E room. You're taking care of stuff. You're in a situation, and then somebody just walks through there, and they just go. What? You're at critical mass, and somebody just bumps into you. Bam! That's it. And don't say anything.
What nationality?
It's your enemy. It doesn't matter.
Right.
Oh, okay. Because that could be a black enemy.
That's right. It can be.
Yeah, it could be anything.
Would you acknowledge?
It could be like a black female enemy. It could be a fine ass black female enemy.
That's right.
Got to stick up her ass every day, but you know you could just turn it away but loose.
See what he's doing.
It sounds like you know somebody like that.
I'm just trying to make the picture full.
Right. But see, and what I'm saying is, you know what really counts on this for Draymond is that it was all happening with millions of people watching. So you look like you're getting punked. So what I'm really asking you guys, when you're on the stage where other people are watching, do you act different because you've just been punked in front of a million people? Does
well,
that
you know
change
what? I wish you had the video because, you know, we're used to kind of the players coming up and jumping in other players' interviews and things like that. It wasn't anything like that, right?
No.
He just walked by and just kind of
see, the Clippers are they're enemies. The Clippers and Golden State Warriors are enemies.
Right.
They actually have what they call
really are.
Who's one up. Well, the Warriors have been slamming the Clippers lately.
They sure have.
Rightfully so.
Yes, they have.
So now you just lost. Clippers just lost. Dante Jones don't even get any playing time. I mean, I've watched him. He's just not a.
Too hard to spell.
He can't get enough time to do enough for him. So if he's getting bumped, if he's bumping, you know, he's getting his moment. That's why I said when somebody's punking you with millions of people and you're in the midst of an interview,
why you have to control him punking, man?
Well, he's punking. He did. He punked him. So my whole point is, does that change your perspective, or would you stay under control? Because Dante came off the interview. He stopped right there.
Made him his bitch.
Bam. He came to look. He gave him the best.
Trying to say.
Now Dante, believe it or not, Dante says it's no big deal. People calm down.
Sodomy.
See, I'm not listening to Mario. He's making everything sexual. Don't listen to him.
Just abused him in public.
Okay, so you see, you would still have the same. I'll handle it later, right?
Yes,
okay.
I'd say professional.
Okay,
and whatever I was doing professional.
Right,
yes,
and I would.
Yes.
And my whole point is that that's a moment where you may not have to do anything because you just.
Now for him,
I just put the beat down on you.
He would have, there's different teams.
Right.
So he'd have to address it then if he wanted to, or after the interview, address it. I mean, they're going to different locker rooms.
They're not going to, I'll guarantee you they're not going to talk.
The little bump,
it's nothing. It's overblown.
Yeah.
Now, are there some instances where you might have to address it immediately? Are there those instances?
If it's football,
where it requires immediate attention,
yes,
you have to address it right now.
Football, yes, you would.
I just say it. There's a time.
Football,
where you have to say, I may have to put my foot in your ass.
Well, wasn't Sherman taunting Crabtree at one time, and Crabtree kind of
but it's football.
Yeah.
Football, you get away with this. Basketball, I'm sorry, it's not.
Probably called crab cake.
It's not a rough
crab cakes.
Yes, wrong. That's it. Oh, and I'm gonna get to that also a little bit later. Also, so the bottom line is, you guys would your composure. You would always have that in check. You're not gonna get outside the line.
Yes, of course.
All right. Well, that's what I was saying. You guys are professionals, right? Yeah, you're right.
But there are those things that make you get into the person's ass.
Mm-hmm.
That's true.
I'm just saying.
Mm-hmm. That's true.
There are those things.
Right.
Don't cross that line.
Right.
All right, we're going to go to the next
I don't know
topic.
karate, but I know crazy.
We're going to go to the next topic. You guys are crazy. The next topic is...
what would Mac do?
Restructure my contract, my ass. Now, the reason why that's titled this way is because everybody knows that big-time football players and basketball players, to name a few, restructure their contracts only when they think there's a huge benefit, such as, Peyton Manning this year is restructuring his contract. That allows the team to go out and get more players.
No less.
And Tom Brady has already done it. And so you get players like that. Dwayne Wade, LeBron James, the Miami Heat, they all restructure their contracts so they can all play together. Now, here's the question. I'm not worried about Ndamukong Suh actually having to say, hey, has he earned that money? The question is, to you guys, are NFL players or sports players, period, basketball, soccer, are they overpaid when they get huge contracts? To you, do they deserve what they get, or do you first say every penny and more? Michelle, first.
I wouldn't say every penny and more, but I would say because of what the owners make, I feel that it's fair what they get.
That's straight to the point. Mario, overpaid?
Sounds kind of communist.
See, I do it.
Doesn't sound real capitalist to me. She may be one of them red ones.
Okay.
Y'all may need to audit her.
Okay,
she may need to be audited. Check her taxes.
So what Mario's saying,
may belong to the Urban League or something.
Is the death. You got to be careful now. Watch money. But I'm
slaves. You're slaves.
This. So Mario,
yeah, I agree. But they could get hurt at any time. They could get hurt at any time.
I'm saying get everything you can,
and then some.
I root for them just like it was Michelle. I said, Michelle, go get that money and then invite me to a party. Right. So I go get the money, girl. So come pick us up.
Now here's the scenario. And I'll leave you guys alone on this one because y'all too extra.
I love scrimps.
I know you guys are crazy. All right, here it is, you guys. This is what I'm doing.
And I want to ask you guys a question now.
Okay, well, you can ask it now before I go there. You sure?
It's not sports. Yeah, it's not sports related.
Okay, here's a question.
It's extracurricular, but
late
it's not
at night
sports.
when my parents
Lord
are
have mercy. Here we go. Okay, here's the scenario. Both of you guys are in different industries. We don't care which one you're in. Here's how it goes.
I'm a pimp.
You're at an organization. This relates to sports, but you notice he can't focus. So whatever you do, whatever your thing you do, there is a VIP player at your organization that is just delivering way above you. You still are one of the best, but he or she is even better. And they want to keep that person because everybody knows when you know you're a badass at your company, you actually sit back and search to get paid more than, because you're going, I don't want to get paid like these people. I'm delivering more. But they want to keep them. Would you too? They say, look, if we restructure the contract employee.
What in the heck?
Just a bug. Don't worry about it. Don't worry. That's a butterfly.
And he'll be right over here.
So if they sat there and said,
that looks like a drone.
We want to keep you. We want to keep you here. And we want this player, this person, because if we keep him or her in the next couple of years, there's a good possibility your pay may go up, but we need to restructure it now to keep them. Would you guys do that? And what consideration if they said we're the most valuable? If we get this person at this organization, we're the baddest in the land. Would you restructure your employee wages for that, Michelle? See,
would I restructure my employee wages?
In other words,
you're
going to take less. But they said there's a good chance it'll bump up higher percentage over the next 2 or 3 years. Would you go after it?
Let me think about that. Mario, you can go first.
Or what?
Or what?
That's why I always have to ask people. Either I restructure or what? See, without the or what.
What's the alternative?
I can't. Because I'm like one of them bottom line people. They say do this. I say, what happens if I don't do it? Because sometimes the penalties are such that I may just risk sanction or some shit.
Right.
If sanction don't mean shit, I may take a sanction.
Well,
sanction me, motherfucker.
But it's easy. It's easy. No. It's easy. This is what the or what is. The or what is.
No, I want my money now. I ain't taking a hit.
Unless
you have an or what. Now, if the or what is, we gonna fire you and hire that other Negro.
in sports, I mean, like Duncan and Peyton, you know, that they take less personally. It's like the rest of the team is not the rest of the team, but that's because they make so much.
That's right. They have to sell you on. That's right. It's a loan to the team.
That's right.
I'm a loan to the team.
That's what I'm saying.
It's a personal thing. It's not.
It doesn't.
The team members don't have to take that
money.
Remember, the only thing they're doing, because most leaders, for example, Mario and you could be leaders in your company organization, so you know talent, and so you see talent. It's easy to put you in another position where you're on the corporate side and you're actually saying, if we get them, we can get them, but we got to pay him this much
Michelle,
money.
yeah, we got to restructure because you know Vic got some child support. You know, and I've been out with them young hoes myself. So we got to restructure. Can we restructure?
So I want you guys to know, I'm going to end my session on this last one since I'm getting no participation for nobody answering.
I'm
going to go into the next.
I'm a restructure.
No.
I want to restructure.
You said no.
I'm thinking about it now because you showed me different money.
So there is a chance you will restructure.
If I'm going to get some extra stuff.
So it's down the line.
Well, you're saying would we take less money
now to get potentially way more money because this person,
or what?
To get this person
you just don't get
that's supposedly a VIP that's going to take this company to a whole new level.
That's right.
I would say y'all give him some head, not me.
That's the risk.
Why am I sucking in this? Y'all suck it.
Yeah, he takes it.
I know.
He goes to.
He's a different place.
But that's a clear analogy, right?
No, he's giving you a real one.
Really
let me say this.
That's really what it seems like.
If I can talk the way I want to talk, it'll be simple 2 words. That'll be.
So do you think Do you think Google would do something like that? Say we're going to hire this person.
Well, I think they do it all the time. On the hierarchy, they do it all the time.
They do it. They're evil.
But what we're saying is this.
I'm telling you, evil.
What they're saying is this. Since players are always in front of the camera, here's the part that's unfair. It's really unfair. Mm-hmm. Corporate boards and the leaders of organizations, they're not in front of cameras getting the 24/7 every time they're performing.
Right.
The jocks get it all the time. So they're under scrutiny all the time. They're constantly in the face. So what happens, fans get to hate or like or love them. If they get a big contract, most of the time they don't like it unless it's their home team getting that player. Everybody else says that's way too much money. They always criticize from that position. So I'm saying, they always say, well, why didn't one of the players at Detroit restructure his contract? One of the persons they mentioned was the quarterback, Matt Stafford. I said, Matt Stafford is not going to restructure his contract. Why would he? And I know, and Dominican is going like, somebody else got to restructure their contract. I'm getting all I can. That's why I put in the position.
Kobe.
That's the way it should be.
Kobe didn't take less money either.
Right.
Kobe got away with one.
Right. And that's the whole point where they say the jocks.
Laker fans.
Where the jocks always are the ones they say, with Mario's point, they get away with it, whereas corporate never has to get in front of the curtain all the time.
Never.
And explain it. So they make it seem like the players are making way more money, but these are billionaire owners in these organizations.
That's what I'm saying.
They do it all the time.
That's why I'm saying, how is that? Because I agree with what Kobe said as far as these multi-billionaire corporations, and they want the players to take much less money.
That's right.
Why don't the owners take less money?
That's what I'm saying.
Well, see, that's the whole point.
These hoes ain't loyal. I'm just saying.
This is an easy one to exit out of because there's really no comparison here, but we have to because somebody asked the question of Layla Ali about Ronda Rousey, saying that, would you be able to defeat her? He said she would have no chance whatsoever. And you got Layla, who's already undefeated, 24-0 in her career. She's out of boxing. You got Ronda, who's 11-0. Ronda has 2 knockouts. Layla had 21 out of her 24 fights.
Wow.
She's 160 pounds. Ronda's short. She's a little bit shorter, weighs less. That's not the issue. If we go over and just take the look at the picture, I didn't want to say that they're not beautiful women, so I didn't put them in their boxing gear. I made it seem like, hey, look, this is about them being the ladies.
Okay.
Which brings me to a point, Mark, you can roll up to the next picture with Layla, which brings me to a point why, Michelle, I want to ask you something about this.
Okay.
They're both undefeated. Are they?
Back feeling motion.
So here's the question. Is it not when 2 women are undefeated, especially in such a high-profile sports. It's probably one of the only areas where you can go name any other sport that a female is in that they're undefeated. Here, you got Layla, who her career is over. She will remain undefeated champion. Ronda may end up losing, but she dominates so much. Are they equally getting shared all the accolades, or it's just, hey, you know, they're women, they won't be able to match the men's intensity? And is that the reason why you may not follow them? Maybe Mario may not follow them. Why are they not getting the respect?
Well, it's the same thing like the WNBA. I mean, women just don't get the same, you know, accolades and everything that men get. I mean, that's in any sport, I believe. Even tennis. I mean, Venus and Serena. Well, I'll say Serena now. You know, she's so good at what she does, but still, when you compare her to a man, you know, it's
Mario.
still different.
Mario, this is easy.
It's
Watch
the wrong
Mario.
outfit.
See, I just
Tell you about get some real athletic hoe outfits. Like, I'm just an athlete, straight up hoe athlete girl.
Wait a minute.
And just be that straight up hood rat hoe athlete.
Right.
Do some porn while you doing this other stuff.
Let me tell you what he's
and
doing.
it's gonna go be a million seller. I'm
Wait,
gonna buy
the
some.
men don't have to do that. So what's going
Get
on?
some of the men to do that too. That's right. Take it like a man.
Wait a minute.
Mayweather doesn't have to do it anymore.
But I'm just saying, you want to make some of that big money? I'm just saying.
Think about the comparison.
The outfits.
Think of the comparison here. Mario's going to relate with this one. You have
maybe
you have Kim Kardashian.
I'm telling you,
who gets so much
showing her
out of very little
every day.
And here's these ladies putting their bodies to the grind, taking the punishment,
Kim
and
showed
nowhere
everything.
close to getting the financial rewards and the recognition. What's missing here? Is it because it's too close associated with a male sport? What do you think? Because Kim is getting trending for wearing a dress and not having to do anything. But why would the ladies here who are professional, athletic?
Well, Layla Ali's dress is pretty provocative. It's nice, but it's sexy. I mean, Kim Kardashian, you can't just say the dress. She's had nude photos. You know, as a matter of fact, Mario showed her nude photos.
So is it Mario right when he says you just got to do some porn?
I went back and looked at him later on. I had a little drink.
You got to do something, right?
So you got to be more.
That's what I'm saying.
You got to be more than
that
this.
thing with the
Can we get a nipple?
Freak out with this.
Can we get a nipple?
Here.
Just a nipple. A tasteful nipple. They don't want to show nipple.
I didn't say that.
I'm just saying, can we get who gonna be the first female sports star to just have a little wardrobe, just one nipple?
Okay.
A wardrobe malfunction.
Just one little
That's
nipple.
What you want to see?
I want to see one nipple.
I'm saying this, and I'm being all honesty.
Come on, now.
Mario's hitting it, and I'm not saying that's the way you should go.
I used to hit
but
it.
what's missing? And you know what's missing? Everybody needs something to take you beyond, not just be good at your sport. It's like just having a good professional boxer. You need something. You need the Ali. You know how Ali was, what he put on top. You know, he says, "Hey, I baked the cake, put the whipped cream, and then I put a cherry and even more on top." What's missing from them? Maybe that's all they are. In the ring, outside of that, there's nothing else. In this day and age, do you need to now present yourself in a way so people go, whoa, let me step back? Because if I don't go watch that fight, how else am I going to learn about you? And that's where Kim Kardashian, I think, said, look, I don't do any of those things specifically good, but I keep you watching me because I trend.
Right. That's her talent. Like Paris Hilton.
Right.
You know, that was her talent.
It's the sports bra.
That's it.
Get the right sports bra.
That's it. I'm leaving that alone.
Get the right tasteful sports bra.
No.
And then
you know what, Victor? Unfortunately, maybe I think that you are correct, because even with Serena, like Venus is kind of, but
back.
Serena, she's well endowed in places,
right?
And she shows it. She may have a thong on the beach or something like that,
right?
So
she takes it there.
She takes it,
and in this day and age, can you afford to just be conservative even though you're good?
Can't afford
he can't do it.
No,
he can't do it. That's it.
No.
Hey, going out, you guys, simple. I want you to wave goodbye to the San Francisco 49ers, because it seems like that team is gone, because Patrick Willis is announcing he's retiring today. Justin Smith, pass rusher extraordinaire, retiring at the same time. Of course, Harbaugh is at Michigan.
Right.
Gore's now at the Eagles. So there's more coming. That window for the San Francisco 49ers, I think, has passed. And they were so close. And so now I'll get into whether we think they're going to win more than 9 or 10 games next year. That'll be next week.
Wow.
Oh, okay.
All right.
Okay, so they're going to be kind of Raiderish. Is that what you're saying?
Gone, man. They're transitioning. They're trying.
Wow.
Interesting.
Yeah. So it's all day. So hey, thanks for the new sports. You guys kept it really interesting. Mario kept it really on the
Edge.
Porn.
On the edge.
Oh!
He kept it on the porn.
Ladies and gentlemen, that's Victor Allen's new sports. Hot neo-urban sports. Sports for the ladies. Fan-based sports. Victor Allen Sport.
Telling you.
That's right, just like a nose ring. You can do it, it's different. A different way to look at sports. Tune in, rub his head, and make a wish. I want to thank Michelle Guerin for being here today. Within that sports segment. Remember, jock straps and sports bras. Important segments here at Pack Stereo TV.
Unbelievable.
Yeah, Sneaky Snack. Sneaky Snack.